Okay, so basically for this vid I had a deck which you can see playing in the background. It's a homebrew Reno Paladin, and I really like it, but there's so much content coming out with Hearthstone, so I kind of wanted to do a two video, or like do both of these in the same video, where I have the deck in the background, but I also talk about the new cards. This is, I know the entire expansion has got leaked, but I haven't looked at it yet because I love reveal season. I love watching the cards as they come out. So if you're in the same boat, I'm gonna look at them right now. We got a couple new ones like about 15 minutes ago, so I think I'm up to date on everything so far. So I'm just gonna go through the Hearthstone gallery and see what there is. So there's a lot going on. Some of these I don't understand because I haven't looked at the leaks, but let's see. Only card for Demon Hunter we have is this guy, Sortoth. No, I'm gonna go here. Okay, let's see. 6 mana 5/5. Add 2 stars to both sides of your hand. When they collide, deal 5 damage to every enemy, which is really strong. It's really hard to go off because you don't have any other Demon Hunter cards in the pool here, or they haven't seen them yet. So, but this card obviously wants you to cycle through your hand and play this, and then basically, since they go on both sides of your hand, it's basically like play this and then play your entire hand that you had like before you played this, and then you get the payoff. Seems pretty good. It honestly, it seems a little expensive at 6, but it seems a little expensive at 6. But in a deck that wants to cycle through the deck a lot, this can get online really quickly. You can even play this with like an empty. If you play this with an empty hand, this just instantly activates, which is really funny. And if your hand's like almost empty, then you can pretty much get it next turn. So I think this card's pretty good. It's not like amazing. I think it'll see you play in whatever deck it's designed to go into. Any fast deck that cycles a lot will play this. But yeah, there's no other Demon Hunter cards. So at least not yet. Rather, I mean. Now Druid's kind of scary. We've only seen 3 cards so far. There's this guy. So let's see. If you're 4 mana 3/3, if you're building a starship, get 3 different arcane spells and reduce their cost by 2. So I have no idea how starships work because I haven't seen the whole set. But I know that there are some legendaries. Actually, so not even legendaries. This is a starship piece. This rare right here. So some cards count as a starship piece. It's gonna be a core gimmick. That's all I know. So I assume this is a pretty easy mechanic to get online, because I'm assuming all you need to do is like play one of these, and that counts as building a starship, and then you can activate this, which is really good because this card's effect is really good, especially with the good arcane spells we're getting. This guy, which isn't a spell, but after you cast an arcane spell, recast it, target's chosen randomly, and it's a starship piece, so you're gonna be playing this definitely. This card's really good. It just recasts. Excuse me. It's not even spell burst. It's just any arcane spell you cast. So, which is intentionally synergistic with this here. The distress signal, summon 2 random 2 costs, and then refresh 2 for 4 mana. So you're kind of only paying 2 mana, and if you get to double it up, you're basically getting it for free, which is kind of cool. Rather than, you know, actually just paying 2 mana because it's effectively 2 mana. Yeah, and especially if you get this off of the Exarch, then it's cheaper than it is really 0 mana, so there's a lot of arcane mana cheating that's probably going to go on. And we know that. We know that Druid loves mana cheating. We haven't gotten any Hunter cards, which is crazy. I'm going to try to speed through the rest of these so you guys can see the deck. Mage. There is... What the... Actually, I haven't seen this one yet. What the heck? Okay, well, I've seen this 4/6. 5 mana 4/6. The next Draenei you play refreshes. Mana crystals equal to its attack. This card is really slow. It's like 4 mana 5/6 do nothing, basically, but... Dude, if there's a... This is a 4-attack Draenei. This is also a 4-attack Draenei. But this has a lot of potential to cheat some crazy mana. Probably see some support for it later. So we're getting Draenei Mage, Arcane Druid, Cycle Demon Hunter, and we have seen no Death Knight cards, which is funny. Arcane Pilot, 7 mana 4/3 Draenei, which is important. That tag is important now. At that every turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Spell Burst, summon it. Oh, what the fuck? What? Wait, what? Why is this 7 mana? What? So, okay. I get, okay, it's 7 mana because this can scale out of control if it's like 5 or 6. But 7? That's so bad, right? Oh my god. No, it can't be that bad, right? It can't be that bad. I mean, there's a lot of cheap spells that you can refresh to get this down. Especially this, you know, it's also a Dragon Eye, so you could like play this. It would give you 4 mana back, and you have spells to get this. Okay, I see it. I see it. But 7 mana, dude. Fuck. Nothing for Paladin yet. Nothing for Priest or Rogue. If you haven't seen, or Shaman, if you haven't seen the leaks. Mostly we've gotten a bunch of neutrals so far. So then we have... we only have 3 Warlock cards. Archimond, this card's sweet. 7 mana, 7/7. Summon every demon you play this game that didn't start in your deck. I'm so glad this card's a card. Archimond's a dope character. We haven't seen the cards that like will generate demons. It's probably gonna be all of these. This card's just here to generate a hype for now because we don't we don't know what other cards in the format or in the expansion are gonna generate you demons. So there's a couple that we know, but we'll get to it. Black Hole. Destroy all minions except demons for 8 mana. It's a shadow spell. I wanted to think this card's good because it's like obviously you play this in your demon warlock, but if you're facing a mirror, then it just can be abysmal, right? Because sometimes you play this and it won't kill any enemies because your opponent's also playing demons, and then you're just like, well, fuck me, I guess. But otherwise, this is really good. I think you'll see play because it's otherwise like if you're not facing a mirror, like this is so good. It's so good. And then this card is also good. Foreboding Flame, 2 mana, 2/3. Demons that didn't start in your deck cost 1 less this game, which is kind of bonkers. Like this is a game-wide effect. Mana cheats you a bunch, and it's just on a River Croc. Like that's really good. Also, yeah, direct support for Archimond. Any cards that generate you demons are now more incentivized. Gives you more flexibility with your mana. So definitely we'll see play in whatever deck that you want to put Archimond in. Neutral. This is a lot of neutral. There's a lot of neutral cards here. So I guess we can start with this little guy, Starlight Wanderer. We'll do it like this, so we can actually get the recording down a little bit better. So 1 mana, 2/1. The next Draenei you play gains +2/+1. That's fucking good. This is like your staple 1-drop. This is your staple Draenei 1-drop. This card's really good. Love this card. Space Pirate, also another 1 mana, 2/1, but it's a pirate with Death Rattle. Your next weapon costs 1 less. Also really good. Staple pirate 1-drop. These are both pretty bonkers, I'm not gonna lie. This is like, this is kind of the vibe of that Dragon 1-drop that Drew plays. The Whelp, the 1 mana, 3/2 Whelp. I forget his name. Troubled Mechanic, 2 mana, 2/1, Divine Shield, Spellburst, draw a Draenei. It's kind of alright. This feels like an arena card. You probably don't need this in Draenei decks. If this is like Death Rattle, that would be kind of good, because it would have been like Hi-Ho Silverwing, but it's a little bit worse. It's aight. Starting Spaceman, 2 mana, 2/3. The next Draenei you play gains +2 health and rush. This card's, I like this card. It's very small effect it gives you, but it's a very good effect. Any Draenei you play after this will suddenly gain rush and +2 health, and will most likely be able to trade it into something, especially if you play this on curve and you play a 3-cost Draenei. Like, just really pretty solid tempo. I don't know if you play this in Constructed, but in Arena, this card's pretty good. let's see. Lynchstone Mauler, 2 mana, 2/2. Battlecry, shuffle 3 asteroids into your deck that deal 2 to random enemy when drawn. This card looks really bad. The asteroids are, well, they're 1 cost, cast when drawn. You want this if you can get a bunch of these down, but this looks like something that you're just gonna play in Elemental Mage when you get it off of Synthesize, but you're not actually putting it into your deck. Meh. Hologram Operator, 2 mana, 3/2 Draenei. Battlecry, get 3. Holy shit, 3 random temporary Draenei. That's really interesting. 3 random temporary. Huh. Yeah, if you play this late, like, you can definitely play 1 or 2. This card seems really good. If you play this on curve, it's probably not going to get you a card. Well, actually, if you do play this on curve, it's definitely not going to get you a card. But anytime after that, like turn 4 and past, you can definitely get a card or 2 off this to play. But otherwise, it is just a 2 mana 3/2, and you play it on curve, which is kind of rough. But it's kind of like, I don't know, get 3 cards in the late game. That's kind of good. I feel like you could play this in a greedier deck, or maybe like a Reno deck. This card is so good. Like, what? 2 mana 2/1 Murloc. Battlecry, give all friendly Murlocs Death Rattle, draw a card. That's so, like, what the fuck? What? That's so good. It is so good. Like, we haven't seen a single other Murloc for this expansion, but this card is, like, what? It says all, not all other. I mean, it also gives it to itself. Like, bruh. You guys remember Loot Hoarder? Fuck you. This is like Loot Hoarder and Composting in the same card for Murlocs. Like, that's so good. Like, this, any other Murlocs that will get printed, there's any Murloc deck, this card will run it. This card's so good. This card sucks ass, though. I saw this one before. 3 mana 2/1 Rush, Death Rattle, give adjacent minions +1/+1 in Rush. That's a good effect, but this being 2 attack is super weak. Like, you 2 damage to something, and then hopefully give 2 minions the Rush and +1/+1. That's if you have 2 other minions, which is pretty good, but it's situational, and even then it's kind of probably an arena card. I don't know what you'd put this into constructed for. This I haven't seen. Okay, so I guess we're gonna talk about starships, because I guess there's some bit here. 3 mana 3/2 Divine Shield starship piece, and that is, there's a Naru that got revealed earlier. It's not Maida, it's the blue one. So it's, but I guess we're gonna figure out what starship pieces are right about now. By combining, when they die, their stats and effects are added to your starship for 5 mana. Whoa. By collecting and combining starship pieces. When they die, their stats and effects are added to your starship for 5 mana. Launch your completed starship onto the board with unlimited stacking potential. Okay. Huh. Oh, I see. That's what that signature. Okay. I get you. So this is just kind of this is a pretty straightforward, like, starship piece then, huh? Just a 3 mana 3/2 Divine Shield starship. Just attached to it. It's alright. You can play this, like, on its own. It's a pretty meh minion, but if you need a starship card, then it's pretty alright. I saw this card sucks ass. It's an arena card for sure. 6 mana 6/6 Rush, Spellburst, gain Divine Shield. It's so mediocre. But in arena, it's probably alright. Relentless Wrathguard, 3 mana 4/2, deal 2 to an enemy minion. If it dies, discover a demon. Obvious design for Archimond. It's also kind of fine on its own. Like, if this does actually kill a minion on the board, it's 3 mana 4/2, kill a small minion, get a card. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It is a demon on its own. That's pretty alright. This card's hilarious. I love this guy. 3 mana 2/5 Rush, Taunt, Stealth. Because if you don't know, if you're newer, minions can't stealth while they taunt, because they're kind of like counterintuitive. Taunt means they have to get attacked. Stealth means they can't be targeted. So but there are plenty of ways to, like, intentionally give a taunt minion stealth, or a a stealth minion taunt, and then, but what will happen is that it'll keep the stealth and remove the taunt until it unstealths, and then it'll get its taunt back. And they're very aware of this. They're like, wait, what? But that makes the card good, because it's with all these three, you can either rush it in immediately and keep its taunt, or you can keep it stealthed, attack next turn, and, you know, effectively, you know, lose the rush, but keep the stealth, you know. So it's, I saw people on Reddit saying this is good in hand buff Paladin, and I kind of agree. This card's kind of scary. Also, Rager. This I haven't seen. What the? 4 mana, 3/4, taunt, death rattle, gain 6 armor, starship piece. That's kind of good. That's kind of not bad. Gain 6, and it goes into your starship. That's kind of good. I like that. Very, like, generic piece, but it's pretty good. I like it. This card. This card is so funny to me. You guys remember splitting Fester Root? This is literally 2 splitting Fester Roots stacked into each other for 1 more mana. Like, not saying that card was good, but, like, comparatively, it is, like, the most power crappy looking thing you've ever seen. It gives you, what, 16... 22 in stats, while splitting Fester Root is like the same mechanic, but it started at 4. Like, bro. Like, this is an arena player card. And any big deck that can run a big death rattle in standard wants this. And this, assuming, you know, you don't get silence removal, which applies to every minion ever, this is good. This card's bonkers. This card is not bonkers. This card sucks ass. 4 mana 4/4. Draw a card from your opponent's deck. If you don't play this turn, put it back. It's so bad. It's so bad. You'd have to draw something cheap. You have to play this off curve, later than turn 4, draw something cheap, or play it late game, and then hopefully draw something kind of good. And then, boom, you've, like, milled 1 card from their deck, but you had to wait, and then you have to wait till hella after turn 4, and then play the card that you get. It could suck ass, and you just... This card's so bad. I don't know why this is like... This should be a spider tank. I don't know why it's a 4 mana 4/4. This card sucks ass. This card's cool. Starful Para, 4 mana, 5 mana 4/5 with tradable Battlecry, destroy enemy starship or starship piece. It's kind of hype. It's obviously designed to keep the starships in balance because everyone's going to be playing it, and if they're really powerful, then this can be a counter. Especially because that's tradable. That makes it, like, that's the only reason it's viable is because it has tradable. And I heard people bitching about this on Reddit, being like, oh, it's so anti-synergistic, because, like, why would you put this in, you know, in the Starship expansions? Like, of course they would. Like, they have the technology to create, like, direct counters. Like, they should at least have one, you know? Because otherwise, they're completely uninteractable. 5 mana 3/8. Mutating life form. After this survives damage, gain a random bonus effect. Arena player. This card is an arena player. But in standard, you'd only probably play this in a Draenei deck that can get this rush. So Priest. Ace Wayfinder. This card is kind of okay. 5 mana 5/5, gain 2 random bonus effects. Next turn you play gains them as well. And it's not this turn, it's any turn. So you can play this on 5, then on 6 play something else, and it'll keep the effects. Which is kind of, it's really good if you get, like, a Divine Shield Rush, but if you get, like, Evasive Stealth, you're just, like, crazy sad. And there's no, you can't even change it. You don't get a reroll. You just keep the shitty effects. So it seems kind of expensive to risk that. Unless you can stack the Draenei effects, like, really hard. There's a way to scale this with maybe Velen, which we'll get to. Spoilers. But you've all seen Velen already. Red Giant. Costs 1 less for each card. Each adjacent card while played in hand. This card's cool. This card seems really easy to get down if you have a cycle deck. Really scary in, like, Demon Hunter. We'll definitely see play somewhere. The signature looks fucking sweet. Like, that's so cool. Oh, dude, he's a fucking unit. And then we have this guy, which I actually put in the Reno Paladin deck. He's I don't know if he's that good, but 3 mana 3/3 spell burst, give a minion in your hand +3/+3 and the spell burst. It's a really fun card. That's it. He's just, I don't know, I don't think he's that good, but he's fun. He's fun, and that's really all that cares. He's a free card we get before the expansion, so I'm playing him. Hee hee. Where is Kil'jaeden? I want to talk about Kil'jaeden. But for some reason, he's not on here. We'll talk about Kil'jaeden in a second. Velen. This card, there's a lot going on here. 7 mana, 7/7, Death Rattle, Taunt. Trigger the battle cries and death rattles of all other Draenei you play this game. So I've seen people also talk on Reddit about this. This doesn't work with Infinite Amalgam. If this triggers Infinite Amalgam, it doesn't copy the death rattle to Velen. It will just shuffle an Amalgam into your deck, and it will not shuffle Velen. It does not work that way, sadly, because it doesn't gain the death rattle. But this is entirely dependent on other Draenei's in the format. And dude, over time this effect's gonna get stronger because we're gonna get more Draenei, but this card seems already really good because it's a neutral, and any deck that plays Draenei will want to play this. Any deck. So this will see play. We can't tell what exactly this does yet, but it will see play. And then the Exodar. This card, I saw this before recording this video, so I actually have a different opinion on this now because 8 mana 6/10, if you're building a starship, launch it and then choose a protocol, which is just like a bonus effect. So starships cost 5 to launch, and as you've played your starship pieces and they die and they build it up, you get a little token on your board that once it's ready to launch, you launch it for 5. But this card, you get to play this as an 8 mana 6/10, and you launch the starship for free. You don't have to pay the 5. And then you also get upside based on it. Get copies of all starship pieces, set their cost to 1. That's crazy good. Hella stats into play. Gain armor equal to the starship's health twice. That's pretty bonkers. That's a lot of health. And then deal damage equal to the starship's attack randomly split. Really good. These are all really good effects. This card is great. This obviously will be played in every single starship deck ever. Really good. The Ceaseless. This card's fucking cool. This card is so cool. I think, okay, I'm gonna be a hater. I think this card sucks ass. I think it's so bad, but it's funny, so I don't care. I think it's really fucking cool, so I don't care. 100 mana, 15/15. That also destroys all minions in play when it gets dropped, and it costs 1 less for each time a card was drawn, played, or destroyed. So my understanding is that destroyed includes minions on the board. So you draw a minion, that counts, you play it, it counts, and then your opponent kills it, it counts. So this obviously is 100 mana, but it will drop pretty quickly. Depending on the deck you're facing, but like this will come down pretty soon. Not pretty soon, but like late game, it'll probably be 0 mana by like turn 12 or something. And then it's a 15/15 Soul Stealer, which is pretty good. And it's neutral, so some decks can get this down really easily if you are playing a draw heavy deck. So it really just depends. This card's fucking cool, and the signature's fucking awesome. Like, look at this. And you can see the Exodar chilling by his right hand, which just puts it into perspective, which I think is such a good art design. Like, holy fuck. This card will see play, just because it's funny. But there's one more card I wanted to talk about that wasn't showing up on here. This is awkward. I'm scrolling through everything. I don't know why they didn't show my boy on the list. He should be right here. He's the 5th legendary of the expansion. I don't know why they didn't put him up here. But he is over here. Here we go. Oh, I see. So there's actually a couple more. Let's see. 7 mana 3/9. Get 2 random holy spells that cost 3 less on Death Rattle. Kinda good. This card is good. Cost 1 less for each enemy minion. 5/6 taunt lifesteal for 7. This card's pretty good. This is like Rabble Bouncer, but way better. Lunar Trailblazer, 5 mana 6/4. Set the cost of a random spell in your hand to this minion's cost. This card is scary because there's also a I don't know if it's in this. No, it's not in this bunch of cards. There was a minion that made freaking your next Draenei costs like 2 less or something. I think it was a 2 mana card. So you could curve this on 3 and then set a big spell in your hand to 3 and then play it on 4. Which is kind of good. This card is pretty sweet. 5 mana 4/7 spell burst doubles means attack from 4 to 8. Arena card, but it's cool. This card is scary. 3 mana 2/4 spell burst, get around a minion the spell's cost, set its cost to 0. This card seems really good. Any big spell wants this. Anything. Reddit was blowing up about this card a second ago. 3 mana 4/3 Draenei, Battlecry give... Oh, Battlecry and Death Rattle give all Draenei on your hand +1/+1. That's really bonkers. Draenei, like, auto-include. Ursula Rager. Reddit said this card was cool. I think it sucks ass. Crystal Welder, 2 mana 2/3 with Taunt. If you're building a starship, gain +2/+2, so it becomes a 2 mana 4/5 with Taunt if you're playing a starship. Which is okay. It's alright. It's pretty good, but it's alright. 2 mana 2/2 at the start of next turn, discover a spell. Kind of weak. We have 2 mana 2/3s, discover a card. It's just kind of behind the curve. And then 1 mana 1/1, get a copy of the last Draenei you played. This card's good. I like this card. I'm kind of speeding through these because I wanted to get to Kill Dryden. Oh, wait, this card too. Ethereal Oracle, 3 mana 2/3, spell power +1, draw 2, spells, spell burst. This card is so flexible, and we'll see played any deck that wants it. Like, this is so good. But, I've been speeding through this because I want to talk about Kill Dryden. So, I don't know why they're not giving me a proper formatting on this card, which is unfortunate. But, let me just... Here we go. Here's our guy. So, 7 mana 7/7. Replace your deck with an endless portal of demons. Each turn they gain +2/+2. I love this card so much. I am gonna play this guy day 1, I swear to God. This he's so awesome. So it literally does replace your deck. You lose your deck, and so any key cards you had in there are gone. You don't have them anymore. And whenever you draw a card, you draw a demon from the portal, and it's just a random demon. It effectively, think of it like an 1,000 card deck that you draw one from every time you draw a card. At the start of your turn, any card draw effect, anything. And if you discover from your deck or draw like a tutored card from your deck, it will just give you a demon. So like if you play Summer Flower Child, it'll actually just tutor 2 demons that cost 5 or more. Or is it 6 or more? Is that what the card reads? But it'll assuming it's 5 or more. It'll tutor demons that cost 5 or more, and you don't know what they'll be because you don't have a deck anymore. It's just an infinite portal of demons. You know, like there's no it will just generate one for you, which is really cool. And you do burn your deck, but you can play this in any deck. There's no setup, there's no requirement, and it becomes a really heavy late game threat because they gain +2/+2 each turn the portal's up, so even small demons you get from the portal will become big and will become a problem. I like this card a lot. This card's fun. This card is so fun, and the only way to fuck with the portal is with Togwaggle or Tony, and that's it. Every other effect, as far as I'm understanding, cannot fuck with the portal. It's immune to bombs, it's immune to plagues, it's immune to Boomboss Thogran. Like, it's just always there. The only way you can fuck with it is by swapping it with Tony or Togwaggle, and then once Tony dies or you play the ransom from Togwaggle, then you get your portal back. Like, in that way, it functions like a deck in the way that it can swap back and forth. But, dude, otherwise, like, you're just full committing to the bit, and I think that's so funny. I don't know if this card's actually going to be good, but I think it's fun, so I don't give a shit. I'm gonna play this guy. This expansion looks really fun. Oh wait, they have a whole... Yeah, they have some... I'm so dumb. I wasn't even reading this. I just read everything off of Reddit. Yeah, this card's fun. This card's really fun. And that's it. I'm pretty sure this recording's really long. I hope... I'll put the tech code for the Reno Paladin that you have seeing in the back. I'll put that in the description. I want to voice over that because the game I put in the back at the very end with the Death Knight is such a bonkers fucking game, but it's okay. I want to talk about the cards. I'll probably do like a one big card video later, Yeah. So I want to keep making more decks without getting invaded by card reveals. So hopefully the Reno Paladin looks fun, and hopefully you're excited for this expansion, because I fucking am. This expansion looks great. I might do a pack opening. I've never bought expansions from Blizzard, but I might do it. I might do it for this one, just for content, because I love the theme of this expansion. So hopefully it's not like super unbalanced on launch, because that would be unfortunate. Yeah. So I hope that generates some hype for the expansion, because this is a cool fucking expansion. I love that Killjoy and Archimonde are now cards, and we have Draenei. Like, it's sweet. About fucking time.